At NSS, we're proud of our Wrangler 2016 automatic scrubber. And we want to do everything we can to make sure your new Wrangler gives you years of dependable service in whatever application you require. Always make sure you read the operation manual closely for complete instructions and warnings. And this is important. Before you set up the machine, we want to make sure you're aware of a few simple precautions. First, never let anyone operate the machine who has not been trained. And always wear eye protection and rubber gloves when you work with the batteries. Battery acid is a dangerous chemical, so always avoid contact with eyes, skin, and clothing. If battery acid does splash on you, be sure to rinse the area thoroughly with clean water and seek medical attention immediately. Which brings us to our first and one of the most important areas of concern, the batteries. Now, the batteries are a maintenance-intensive area. Without daily battery servicing, your scrubber will not run. Be sure to check the water level in the batteries at least once a week, and once a day isn't bad, especially when the weather is hot. And be sure you check the water level only when the battery is fully charged, because the water level may vary based on the level of charge in the battery. Also, and this is important, never recharge the batteries if the water level is so low that the plates are exposed. Be sure you fill the batteries to the proper level before you charge. Also, once a week, check to make sure the battery cable connections are tight and free of corrosion. If the connections do begin to corrode, scrape off the corrosion with a wire brush. The drain tube and clamp are at the right rear of the machine, beneath the accessory net. If battery liquids spill into the battery compartment, drain the liquids immediately and clean the compartment. These chemicals contain strong acids and are both hazardous and corrosive. So always be sure to wear eye protection and rubber gloves when you are working with battery liquids. Fortunately, you won't have to do much battery setup when you take receipt of the machine. NSS automatic scrubbers arrive ready to use with batteries already installed. The next step is installing the pad driver or brush. Remove the pad holding cup by simply lifting the tabs. Then secure the pad by double snapping the pad holding cup into the pad driver. Position the pad driver or brush under the drive plate. Lift the pad driver or brush through the locking hub and turn the pad driver or brush counterclockwise until it stops. To install the squeegee, first put the squeegee lift arm in the storage position, like this. Loosen both squeegee knobs. And slide the squeegee assembly into the mount. Make sure the roller wheels are facing the rear. The machine is equipped with a breakaway squeegee. Hand tightening is all you need. As the blades wear, the squeegee can be adjusted to maintain optimum drying by turning the wing nut on the bracket. Now, install the vacuum hose. Now that the machine is set up, run through the operator controls to get the feel of them. Begin by lowering the scrub head, turning on the master switch, then the brush switch, then the vacuum switch. On the wheel drive model, The twist grip handles control the machine's direction and speed, as well as the brush motor. The farther you turn the grips, the faster the machine moves. When you release the grips, they automatically return to neutral, and the machine and brush stop moving, and the solution flow is automatically shut off. When you twist the grip handles forward, the machine moves forward, and twist them back to move backward. You can open and close the solution valve by moving this lever, and engage the brush lift arm to the position you desire, along with the squeegee lift arm. Your new NSS Wrangler has several motors depending on the model, and each has its own circuit breaker. This added NSS feature protects each motor because it helps eliminate the kind of overload that will burn out a motor. If a circuit breaker is popped out, push it back to reset it. If the circuit breaker keeps popping out, call an authorized NSS service center. And any time the machine does not perform one or more of its functions, be sure you check the circuit breaker panel first. Now, let's look at how to properly prepare your new Wrangler for daily operation. First, make sure the floor care products you're using are compatible with the machine and with the desired application. Your supervisor or your NSS distributor can suggest the specific chemical, pad, or brush combination that will work best for each application. And be sure to dilute all chemicals to their proper strength, as specified by the manufacturers. Read the label and measure. Don't estimate. Fill the solution tank. Do not use water hotter than 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 60 degrees centigrade. Pour the cleaning fluids right through the mesh filter at the front of the machine. The clear hose at the right rear of the machine shows you how much liquid is in the tank. Every time you fill the solution tank, we recommend that you vacuum up at least 4 to 6 ounces of defoamer chemical into the recovery tank. Get into the habit of doing this every time. Using a defoamer cuts down on foam in the recovery tank, and that's important, because cleaning solutions do foam up as you use the machine. Water and other liquids will trigger the built-in float mechanism to close, which helps keep moisture out of the vacuum motor. But foam won't always trigger the float shutoff, so it poses a danger to your vacuum motor. Using defoamer and cleaning the filter will help protect your vacuum motor and should significantly prolong its life. Now we're ready to start the job. Be sure you prepare each cleaning site for scrubbing. First, always be sure to dust mop or sweep before using your new Wrangler. As you clean, you may have to adjust the solution valve to apply more or less solution liquid onto the floor. Take care you do not over-discharge the batteries. Batteries should be drained only to the recharge area on the battery meter, then recharged. Draining too much power can damage the batteries, the battery charger, or the machine.
Okay.
As you run the machine, if you want to know when the recovery tank is full, listen to the vacuum motor. When the float in the recovery tank closes off the air supply from the vacuum motor, the pitch of the motor is raised. This is the operator signal to cease machine functions until the recovery tank can be emptied. To empty the recovery tank, detach the hose at the front of the machine. Raise the end of the hose above the level of the tank. Take out the drain plug and put the drain hose into a drain or bucket. To empty the solution tank, just use the clear hose at the rear of the machine. NSS machines are always designed with easy maintenance in mind. And proper maintenance will keep your Wrangler running at peak efficiency day to day and year to year. Make it a habit to do these simple maintenance steps. Keep the squeegee clean and inspect the assembly for wear or damage. Check the vacuum hose for obstructions, wear, or damage. Remove the pad driver or brush and inspect for wear or damage. When you are finished for the day, drain and rinse the recovery tank. Leave the lid open and run the vacuum motor for about 3 minutes. This will help reduce moisture buildup and extend the life of your vacuum motor. Connect the battery charger firmly to the external battery charge plug at the right rear of the unit. And listen for the distinctive click of the connector, making sure the connection is tight. Every week, be sure you follow these easy maintenance steps. Rinse the solution tank with clean water to prevent buildup of alkaline chemicals. Rinse the recovery tank with a strong all-purpose cleaner to help reduce odor. Check the float assembly to make sure that it isn't clogged and that the float is moving freely. The following is a list of once-a-month maintenance items. Lubricate key moving parts with a high-quality, moisture-resistant grease. That means lubricating the wheel bearings and caster swivel. And remember, these are just the basics of caring for and maintaining your new Wrangler. When you conduct them regularly, you know you'll be getting the most out of your NSS equipment, now and for years to come. For additional troubleshooting and maintenance information, check your operation manual. At NSS, we design our machines with simplicity in mind. Call it elegant simplicity. So they're easy to use and maintain, and so they last longer than competitive equipment. But even our machines need maintenance, so be sure you establish a program of care to keep your Wrangler auto scrubber in peak operating condition long after it's out of the box. And remember that we're here to help you when you need us. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, contact us at NSS World Manufacturing Headquarters in Toledo, Ohio, USA, where the words "more than meets the floor" come to life every day.